Did you know that the phrase seated below the salt is a polite way of saying someone is common? Now, the term came from medieval England dinners where they would put the salt in the middle of the table. If you were seated above the salt, well, you were important. If you were seated below the salt, you were common. So that's the way it works.
Interesting, and I'm sure in those days the salt shaker itself was very ornate and beautiful.
And very important. That's right.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Today we're going to be seeing quite a variety of salt shakers.
Yeah, these are nice, aren't they?
Yes,
Let's go out there
fun.
to Santa Fe, New Mexico right now where Angie got to see all these things.
We're back with Andrea Fisher. Andrea, can you tell me what it was about the Native American salt and pepper shakers that really interested you?
Well, I'm very much involved with the American Indian community. I have a gallery in Santa Fe. It's called Andrea Fisher Pottery, where I sell the very best of Native American pottery.
Okay.
The contemporary pieces that are being crafted today. These represent a fun part of it.
The fun part, exactly. Now, what are the oldest pieces in your collection?
The oldest pieces are right in this row here. They date from about the 1930s up and, no, maybe through 1960.
Well, who made these?
Many of the pieces are anonymous because before the 1940s, American Indians didn't put their name on pieces of pottery. Only a very few people from the Pueblos did that. And so consequently, I can tell what area they're from.
So what area are these?
Well, these are from Acoma Pueblo. These two are from San Juan. This one's from Santa Clara, from San Ildefonso Pueblo, and the ones in front from Acoma Pueblo as well.
And you can see that from the style.
From the style, from the way they're painted, and for the most part, they do not have any signatures on them because people didn't put their names on any kind of American Indian pottery at that point.
Well, are there any pieces that you do know about the artist that maybe one artist stands out?
Well, actually, I do. These pieces here were made by Frog Woman.
Frog Woman, is that?
Frog Woman is a potter from the Hopi Reservation. The Hopis are located in the northeastern corner of Arizona. And this design and coloration is very, very typical of the area.
And she actually signed her pieces.
Yes, she did. And you can see the little frog on the bottom.
So that's how we know it's Frog Woman.
Pieces. It wasn't until recently that people began signing them. And these pieces were all made for the tourist trade.
Right. Now, you have some pieces over here that are extremely colorful. Now, again, would this be tourist trade items?
Oh, absolutely.
What
These
period
are
is this?
from the psychedelic 60s and into the 70s. Painted with poster paint, certainly a reflection of the time that we lived in then.
Oh, you can really tell with these pieces. Now, some of these aren't the actual depictions of the Native American people. Tell me about these pieces here.
Well, you know, it's funny because many of these pieces, the manufactured pieces, not the ones that were made by American Indians, but the manufactured pieces were painted someplace else, usually in Japan.
And these were made in Japan?
They were made in Japan, and I would assume that many of the painters there had never seen a Native American before, and that's why
that might be why the blonde hair. Exactly. Now, some of these pieces too, they were mass-produced and then hand-painted.
Yes.
So I can see here they look really similar, but then the paint's different. That would be the only difference in these pieces?
And in most cases, they would take one particular style, and then each individual painter, I'm sure, would add their own flair or contribute to their lack of knowledge.
Right. Now, you have some other pieces here that I guess maybe are a better depiction of the people. Tell me about this piece over here.
Well, those two pieces depict a couple that are Navajo. And you can see that they're Navajo because of their dress. The man's hat, his beaded necklace, his concho belt, her tiered Navajo skirt and velvet blouse with, again, the concho belt and a squash blossom necklace.
So again, these are more accurate.
They are more accurate. And the clothing that they wear, especially the women, that was the clothing style that the Navajos picked up when the Great Migration occurred across this country. And that has become what we know of as traditional Navajo dress.
How hard is it to find these pieces?
Oh, it's becoming more and more difficult.
Really?
Because they were made a long time ago and things go their way. And
you have some pieces over here that truly stand out. Looks completely different from the others. Now, why are these pieces in your collection?
well, these were given to me by an old friend, and they are made by Native Americans.
Okay.
They are Navajo. They're sterling silver. They're all stamped. My friend Rick Dillingham, who was a great collector of American Indian pottery, who wrote many books about American Indian pottery, who also was a great potter in his own right.
And he gave these to you?
And he gave these to me.
And why? What did he say?
He said it's about time I had a little class in my collection.
A little class in your salt and pepper shaker. Well, I think the whole collection is pretty classy and lots of fun. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming.
And back to you guys in New York.
Well, I agree. Lots of class there.
Yes, and a lot of history there as well. It's almost like a lesson in the salt and pepper shakers of the Native American Indians.
That is a collection that is clearly above the salt. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it is. And we've got some appraisals coming your way in a moment. Stay with us.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dan Cortez from Veronica's Closet, and you are watching Personal FX, the Collectible Show.
Agent Scully has disappeared.
Mulder!
Was it part of a government conspiracy?
No one can help you now.
Or the work of a madman?
They took her! Who? Them!
The answer is more shocking than anything on Earth. The X-Files, tonight at 8, 7 Central on FX.
Nutritional news.
More reason than ever to take Centrum.
Centrum, best science has to offer.
As nutritional science advances, so does the Centrum formula, because Centrum scientists are committed to giving you the right nutrients in the amounts you need. Centrum, a complete multivitamin.
I've gotten smarter about what I put in my body. That's why I take Centrum.
Centrum, always complete from A to Zinc.
My mom gets the Centrum made just for me. Centrum Junior, it's more complete for kids.
We got married young, and you know what? She still is.
We've always had a great mother-daughter relationship. It's because we take turns being the mother.
She loves life. Nothing seems to slow her down.
Slow down? Never. And only new Poise pads with side shields have uniquely designed soft sides to stop pad leaks. And no other pad or guard for bladder protection is more absorbent.
She's a great hugger, too.
Like all Poise products, new Poise pads with side shields give you the freedom to be yourself.
Oops, heaven. I'm a thrill seeker, mister. Impress me.
Well, I'm an elf.
You expect me to fall for that?
Maybe you'll fall for a club cracker.
I risked wind shear and migrating fowl for a cracker?
Our club crackers are so light and buttery, they're nothing short of amazing.
Wow, so buttery. Unbelievable. People must love these.
Yes, sir. We drop in all the time.
Really? How do they get down? Keebler Club crackers. Uncommonly good.
Charter Communications Advertising. How can it work? What types of advertising have you used, and what worked best for you?
We've tried radio. I've been on Kiss FM. I've had 50 spots on Kiss FM, KFWB News Radio. We've done direct mail. We've done print work. My favorite advertising is cable advertising.
So advertise on Charter Communications. It works.
Every few years, a family show comes along that captures America's heart. Add Comedy Central's new show, South Park, to that list. It'll make you laugh.
Laugh all you want. I'm the one who's gonna be on TV, looking all buff.
It'll make you cry.
Do your impersonation of David Caruso's career!
It'll make you puke. Kids say the darndest things. Watch South Park, only at Comedy Central.
This is a shot of the Central Plaza in downtown Santa Fe. For the past 400 years, it has served as the place where locals meet to trade gossip and goods, making it Santa Fe's most enduring symbol of history. If you ever get a chance, you ought to stop by that place. It's really nice. Welcome back to Personal FX, the Collectibles Show. Time for a recap. These are the items that are up for sale to this very point in time. And we're going to start with item number 1, which is the Disney Coronation Card, appraised at $150 to $200, made prior to World War II, coronation of King George VI. That's a rare piece. Then we've got the ring, and this was appraised at $125, and that is on a decorative value. That is Portuguese stamped hallmarks on it. Also, the Portfolio, appraised at $200. This is of Rembrandt, 40 black and white prints in honor of the coronation of the Queen of the Netherlands, Wilhelmina. We also have the Copper Mug, appraised at $275. Handmade, the handle was cast from the turn of the century, or from the turn of the century, yeah, the 1800s there. Then we've got the RS Prussia cups and saucers, appraised at $75. Assorted pieces, this is not a set, from 1908 to 1910, those are chocolate cups there. Got the Picasso plate, and this is appraised at $750 to $850. From 1940, made in the south of France, limited edition. We've got the liqueur set, appraised at $35 to $40. Probably Japanese made, 6 glasses and pitcher, and as you can see, that's a fish design there. Got the Precious Moments dolls. You're looking at $30 for the 2 of them, $15 a piece. They're from the 1980s and stuff made to be collectible. We have the Elvis picture disc, appraised at $25 to $30 from 1978. And it's got a booklet with it. So if you'd like to place a bid on any of these items that are up for sale, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can call us at 212-802-0082, or you can get real fancy. Use your computer, www.fxcable.com. Time to get into some more appraisals because Fern has joined us. Hi, Fern. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. You have a great item here. Tell us about it.
Thank you. This is a Mickey Mouse sled. It was my husband's when he was a little boy, and since he's in his 60s and we haven't had snow this winter, we thought we'd bring it in and see what it's worth.
That's what I was just going to say, Fern. Where's a blizzard when you need one? This,
Right.
This is so great. Let me just turn it around and show you the back because the manufacturer's marks are here. And this company, which is the Allen Company in Philadelphia, only had a Disney license between 1935 and 1940, and the license was just to make these sleds. They made them in 2 sizes. This is the smaller of the 2 sizes. And they also made one with Donald and his nephews, and they made one with Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
So they didn't have that license for a very long time.
Just 5 years, so there are not a lot of these around. It's in semi-rough condition. There's some rust on the runners. That's easily correctable, and then you can give it a coat of paste wax so it doesn't get rusty again.
Is there, this also says Mickey Mouse?
It says
here?
Mickey Mouse over here, and you've got Mickey and Minnie over here, and here's where the problem is because this is very tough to restore. So in perfect condition, these things sell for about $450. In this condition, probably more like $150.
But these are rare. I mean, you just don't see these.
You will not find very many of these out there at all.
And if you have one, don't use it in a blizzard.
Don't take it out and run the kids down the hill, no.
Fern, do you want to take bids on this?
Certainly.
We will do that for you. Thank you very much for
You're
bringing that
welcome.
by. Appreciate that. Man, that's a great item. Jerry has joined us now to have something appraised. Jerry, how you doing, sir?
Very well.
Nice to see you. What do you got here?
I have an Indian rug which I purchased myself in 1942, first weeks of 1942.
Where'd you get it?
Probably in New Mexico.
Okay.
Just a quick story. On December 7th, 1941, I was placed on orders to go from Meridian, Mississippi to Salt Lake City to prepare for the Philippines. By the time we got there, Philippines were gone, and I was sent back to Meridian, Mississippi, and down to Tampa, Florida to start from scratch. And on the way back, I picked this up.
All right. What do you think?
I don't think it was old when I bought it.
Okay.
I think it's a Navajo piece, and the earliest ones were called pound blankets because the Indians used them to trade with the outside world, and they charged by the pound, which is interesting because an artist could put much more work into a fancy pattern and not get any more money for it than a really plain one. This is a really traditional Navajo pattern. It looks like they did not wash the blanket first and wash the yarn before they wove it, because you can see some of the colors run. And this is a fairly common problem with it. And it's just got a little bit of fraying up here, but otherwise it's in very good condition for something that's more than 50 years old. These are selling very well right now. Some other parts of the Native American artifact market are really depressed, but this one's doing very well.
Okay, so where are we then?
A blanket like this would sell for $450 to $550.
$450 to $550? What do you think, sir? Do you want to take some bids?
I'll take a chance on it.
We'll take a chance. We'll see what happens. Thank you for bringing that by.
Right.
Appreciate that. All right, Claire, we're sending this your way.
And we're going to send this out to Santa Fe, New Mexico, where Bernique has an item for us to take a look at. Let's check it out.
Hi, I brought in this squash blossom necklace, which I acquired in Arizona in 1984. I've been told that the turquoise is from the Bisbee mine, and I love wearing the piece. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, so I'd love to have an appraisal on it.
Ron, that looks like something I'd see in a museum. It is beautiful.
Well, it is actually very beautiful, and what I like about it is it's relatively simplistic, and that usually indicates an earlier type of piece. The horseshoe around the center pendant there is also an indication that it's probably a Navajo piece itself.
Horseshoe for good luck? Good fortune?
I don't think they really had a horseshoe for good luck. It's just a, you know, that's just something that they used. There's a special name for it, but I don't know what it is. I like that piece very much because it is simpler. One of the problems we have, however, with the turquoise silver market, particularly with Indian designs, is the fact that a lot of this stuff is being made overseas and being brought into this country.
How would you know that it's a piece that came from that part of the country versus overseas?
Probably a real expert would know, but most people don't, and that's what's depressing the Native American type jewelry market today.
And most of the Native American jewelry was sterling silver?
Sterling or 900 silver, but a good grade of silver, because they didn't have plating, you know, they couldn't plate things and stuff like that.
How much is something like this worth?
Well, today, unfortunately, I think it's worth about $250. Years ago, it would have been worth a heck of a lot more, but again,
Really?
everybody's staying away from it at this point because they're afraid.
But I can understand why she's going to keep it, because this is an exceptional piece.
Yeah, I hope she enjoys it very, very much.
And when we come back, we're going to be meeting a collector who shares with us his passion for preserving Black American culture. Stay tuned.
Is it a cotton ball or a dog? I'm Steve Walker. Coming up on the next Pet Department, you'll meet this breed.
I'll tell you what to do if your dog starts chewing up the house.
Plus a visit to the Popcorn Zoo.
The Pet Department today at 1:30, 12:30 Central on FX.
I feel my temperature rising.
Just mix Velveeta and Hormel chili together. It's delicious. It's
One slice, Tony.
You got it.
Oh.
2 extra large pizza, 3 with pepper, 1 with mushrooms, 2 for me.
Bayer relieves the inflammation that can cause arthritis, pain, and stiffness. Tylenol can't. And taken regularly, only Bayer can help save your life by reducing the risk of a second heart attack. Ask your doctor. Bayer, powerful pain relief, and so much more. Also try extra strength Bayer PM, the only nighttime aspirin.
Let me tell you about fish sticks. They're crunchy, and it tastes really good. You can pick them up. You don't have to chop it up like this, all to pieces. Then you dip it. V-A-N, decams. I usually eat 4 or 5.
Vandicams, the fish kids like to eat.
You should get your mom to get some.
Right now, you can borrow up to $150,000 with a no-equity second mortgage and pay absolutely no closing costs. You could buy rental property, jump on a hot stock, join a country club, whatever you want. Just call 1-800-71-FIXED. With your good credit, Ditech can help you to leverage the full value of your home and loan you up to $150,000 on a no-equity second mortgage with absolutely no closing costs. It all adds up to smart money from Ditech Funding. Call now, 1-800-71-FIXED.
Look, it's real simple. Our mom likes your dad, and he likes her. So I was thinking, romantic candlelit dinner. Chicken Parisienne, the food of love. Think that's oysters? Hurry! Isn't this romantic? Just the 8 of us.
Just a minute. If this is supposed to make me propose tonight, forget about it. I already am.
Campbell's, good for the body, good for the soul.
We want you to be our guest. Join us in the FX apartment and have an item appraised. All you have to do is give us a call at 1-800-FX-FX-FX1.
All right, welcome back to Personal FX, the Collectibles Show. Now, to commemorate Black History Month, we visited with a historian on Black Americana as well as a collector, Leonard Davis. This gentleman truly, truly preserves Black history through his collection. Let's take a look.
Why do I collect? It's because I don't know, passion, pride, obsession.
Meet Leonard Davis, a man whose passion, pride, and obsession has led him to amass a collection of thousands of pieces of Black Americana that fills every corner of his home.
If somebody came here and I weren't at home, could they tell that a black person lives here? I really wanted some unique pieces, some valuable pieces and all, and so I started educating myself in that area. I have things here that most people, black or white, have never seen, never knew existed.
As part of his education in collectibles, Leonard traced his culture through images that have left others bitter.
I guess I do a lot of research, a lot of reading. I mean, there's an overwhelming amount here to see some positive image and some negative image. And some people have come and been overwhelmed in a positive way, and others have come and been totally incensed. I think it's the way in which people have been introduced to certain things, certain ideas, but which is why this is important, why it's important to have these items and to share them with people.
Leonard believes that the images of some familiar faces that graced popular products were more positive than negative.
The idea was, this is a person that lives in our home, that we trust, that we love, and so everyone's going to feel that way about our product. We want our product to taste like he cooked it. It will taste good if he cooked it, because you know he's a good cook. So how can we essentially put him in a box?
But Leonard believes just as strongly that the less positive items are an important part of his collection's larger story.
Gold dust, washing powder came out. They used the premise that if you use this soap, you can wash anything that's dirty clean. So they used the two little black boys to symbolize dirty, and they were scrubbing everything white and clean. Those were some of the early points of advertising. It really wasn't advertising the product for the black consumer. I have some tubes of toothpaste, Darky toothpaste. It depicts a black man with a top hat on with this grinning face. So some people wanted them to change the name, so they changed the name from Darky to Darley. And then that wasn't enough, and then they persuaded them to change the image to a more generic gentleman with a top hat on, and not specifically this black man.
While Leonard set out to collect a couple of unique items from his heritage, he's become a collector with a mission to preserve history.
A lot of black people share the opinion that people should have the opportunity to reflect on some of these items. This is real tangible proof, not a story. I'll hold on to it for however long, and then I'll pass it on to the next collector for another group of people to see them. It's important to have such items like this for our own history, for our own records, okay, to show that we've gone from here to here.
Powerful. That is a collection that speaks volumes to everybody. That's what it's all about. All right, Claire, sending this your way for the Mailbag Minute.
How important to share a collection like that. Well, is a Star Wars soap out of this world in value? We'll be finding out in today's Mailbag Minute with Rich Zalachowski.
Dorothy Waskow of Napa, California, you have a hunt-themed kerosene lamp with an unusual design. It's worth a wicked $300. Darlene Bestland of Marine, Minnesota, you have a hand-carved grandfather clock. It will chime in at $750. Neva Austin of Wyoming, Michigan, you have a Dutch biscuit tin depicting the Allies of World War II. It's worth a peaceful $75. Art Dryman of Owasso, Oklahoma, you have Star Wars soap. It'll clean up at $40. Sam Rascona of Somerset, PA, you have a Will Rogers litho poster that's a film promo. It stars for $200. Lola Vetter of Fallbrook, California, you have a rare ceramic Hawaiian doll by Hakata Yorosaki of Japan. It's worth a whole lot of money, $150. Al Feller of Punerworth, Washington, you have a tin litho wind-up Tunerville trolley from 1922. It'll chug along at $1,200. And that's a Mailbag Minute.
I didn't even know there was Star Wars soap, but you know the big bids are next. Stay tuned.
Agent Scully has disappeared.
They took her! Who? Them!
Brace yourself for the X-Files. Tonight, 8/7 Central on FX.
One by one they come, only stopping long enough to leave something behind. Each item piles on top of one another, forgotten by all but remembered by you. But just a spoonful of joy can help. So powerful, you'll use half the amount you needed with your old liquid to cut through the toughest grease. And joy lasts longer to see you through the whole parade of dishes. So when they return, you'll be ready. Ultra Joy, the little spoonful that does a sinkful. Also an antibacterial for hands.
Is Iams good for life? Well, research suggests cats can lower your blood pressure and help their owners live longer, healthier lives. In return, help your cat live a long, healthy life. The wholesome ingredients in Iams are more digestible, so more nutrition stays in your cat, and cats love the taste. Iams Cat Foods, good for life, from the Iams Company. Now, for a limited time, look for specially marked Iams cat and dog food bonus bags at participating Iams retailers.
Why all these laxatives?
Why not?
They have ingredients that may cause cramps.
Says who?
Says on the label. Phillips is the only one that doesn't. Don't you know nothing's better?
He knows now.
Phillips Effective Relief without harsh ingredients.
Hey, could you shut your lid?
Well, what for? I'm using Vanish Blue.
Yeah, well, too bad your germs didn't vanish. You need new improved Clorox Automatic. With so much Clorox bleach, it kills 99.9% of germs with every flush.
New Clorox Automatic Toilet Cleaner. Ah, the sights and sounds of the North Woods Inn. There's nothing better than great food, old-fashioned service with a smile, and adventurous atmosphere. And if you've got a party, large or small, Northwoods Inn rises to the occasion. How long has it been since you've been to Clearman's Northwoods Inn, Azusa Avenue at San Bernardino Road in Covina?
Quality used cars at Puente Hills Nissan. Puente Hills Nissan is your quality used car superstore. You want low down? How about $99 down? You want low payments? How about $99 a month? And if you think used cars are too expensive, we have quality used cars as low as $29.95. And with our 102-point inspection, 30-day warranty, and roadside assistance, we are simply the best. Puente Hills Nissan, just off the 60 freeway at Azusa Avenue in the City of Industry. Your quality used car superstore.
Everybody's been waiting for the big bids. Welcome back to Personal FX. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Lynn, for your Disney Carnation card, we have an offer from Gresham from Gretna, Louisiana for $350.
Wow. I will think about that. That sounds good. I will think about that.
Joe, for your portfolio, Diane from Spokane, Washington would love it for $400.
I'll keep it.
Okay. Lydia, for the RS Pressure Cups and Saucers, we have an offer to tell you about from Shelley from Temecula, California, who would like it for $210.
Oh, about it.
More thinking. And Marie, for your liquor set, Sandra from Plano, Texas, would like it for $85.
Oh, sold.
Yeah.
And Joseph, with the Precious Moments dolls, Vero from Battle Creek, Michigan, has offered you $100.
Sold.
All right. Celine with the Elvis picture disc. Pat from Citrus Heights, California, has called in with an offer of $42.
Yes.
Wasn't sure about that.
Yes. And Fern with the Mickey Mouse sled. Dave from Forest Park, Illinois, has called in with an offer of $225.
I'll think about it.
All right. That's some thinking to do.
Interesting assortment of items, too.
Yeah. Let's clue you in on the super collection that we're going to be looking at tomorrow. It is out in Cedar Crest, New Mexico. Now take a look at these. These are seltzer bottles, but what makes these so great is that they're rare, but they're colorful. And you usually don't see seltzer bottles that are so colorful like that. So that'll be interesting. That's tomorrow.
Look forward to seeing all the different shades.
Yeah.
And you know, somebody we know is heading to New Mexico. Judith Katz-Schwartz, I hear you're going there this weekend?
Yes, actually, I'm going to the grand opening of the Antiques Connection in Albuquerque, and we'll be doing that on Saturday. We're going to shake some hands, do some appraisals.
What is the Antique Collection?
The Antique Connection. It's a large antique center just opening. This is their grand opening.
And Ron, what are you going to be doing this weekend?
I'm going to go fishing.
He's always going fishing.
Gone fishing.
Does he catch anything, though?
I don't know. Well, folks, that is our show for today. Thank you all for stopping in today. We had a good time. Hope you did too.
Thank you. Make the most of your day, and we're going to look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.
So long, everybody.
If you'd like to get in touch with Personal FX, you can call us at 1-800-FX-FX-FX1. Have any comments or questions? Fax us at 212-802-4201. You can now place your bids online. Email us at www.fxcable.com.